Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Bookworm. Let us start book summary video. Black Boy, A Record of Childhood and Youth is an autobiographical account by Richard Wright, a black American writer who grew up in the southern United States during the early 20th century. The book provides a vivid and powerful portrayal of the struggles and challenges that Wright faced as a black child and young man living in a deeply racist and oppressive society. The book is divided into two parts, Southern Night and the Horror and the Glory. The first part describes Wright's childhood in Mississippi, where he lived with his mother, grandmother, and younger brother. Wright's mother was a strong-willed and independent woman who struggled to provide for her family amidst poverty and racism. His grandmother was a devoutly religious woman who instilled in him a deep fear of God and a belief in the power of prayer. Despite their love and support, Wright faced constant violence and discrimination from white people in the community. One of the key takeaways from the book is the pervasive and insidious nature of racism in the South during this time period. Wright describes numerous incidents of violence and discrimination that he and his family faced, including beatings, lynchings, and verbal abuse. He also highlights the role of religion in reinforcing racial stereotypes and discrimination, as many white people use the Bible to justify their bigotry and hatred. Another key takeaway from the book is the power of education and literacy. Despite the many obstacles he faced, Wright was a voracious reader and writer from a young age. He was determined to educate himself and to use his writing to expose the injustices and oppression that he and other black Americans faced. This determination eventually led him to leave the South and move to Chicago, where he became involved in the Communist Party and began writing his first novels. Throughout the book, Wright also explores the complex and often conflicting emotions that he felt as a black American. He grappled with feelings of anger, shame, and resentment towards white people, as well as a deep sense of pride and love for his black heritage. He also struggled to reconcile his own personal desires and ambitions with the expectations and limitations placed on him by society. One particularly poignant anecdote from the book is when Wright's classmates force him to fight a white boy to prove his bravery. Wright wins the fight, but afterwards feels guilty and ashamed for having resorted to violence. This incident highlights the pressure that black children and young men face to prove their masculinity and bravery in the face of constant discrimination and violence. Another strength of the book is its vivid and evocative descriptions of the natural world. Wright often finds solace and comfort in nature, and his descriptions of the Mississippi landscape are particularly beautiful and haunting. His writing also showcases his incredible talent as a wordsmith, as he weaves together powerful images and metaphors to convey the depth of his emotions and experiences. However, the book is not without its weaknesses. Some critics have argued that Wright portrays black women in a negative light, particularly his mother and grandmother. They argue that he presents them as overly emotional and irrational, and that he fails to fully appreciate the sacrifices and hardships that they endured in order to provide for their families. Additionally, some have criticized Wright's portrayal of the Communist Party and his uncritical acceptance of its ideology. Overall, Black Boy, A Record of Childhood and Youth is a powerful and important book that provides a vivid and personal account of the experiences of black Americans during a difficult and tumultuous period in American history. It highlights the pervasive and destructive nature of racism, while also showcasing the power of education and literacy in the face of oppression. While the book has its flaws, it remains a timeless and relevant work that continues to resonate with readers today. Thanks for watching. Amazon purchase link is in description to check it. If you like this book review, do like this video and subscribe to Bookworm YouTube channel for freshly brewed content.